Welcome to my The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right, welcome to my The Asshole Podcast. All right, today is Sunday, and you know what we got. We got the Rig 4 in the house, baby. All right, hope you guys have had a wonderful week. I know that we've been having pretty good week. I don't know how your week has been.
Yeah, it's been good, brother.
Been good?
I've been doing good. Missing the podcast for sure. So
Oh, definitely.
I'm always sure to see the clips and watch the episodes with you just in it. So you're like at the house while we're away together. You know what I mean?
And it's always good to film another Sunday episode. You guys seem to really be in love in the show. Seems like we're doing more of a rich and homeless vibe today. Oh man, but we got a episode for you guys. It'll be fine. I'll find my phone somewhere else. I think my phone is somewhere. But we have a couple videos that have been sent in by you guys. You guys have actually been sending a fuck ton of videos, and I mean a lot of videos. A lot of videos. Like, I'm literally showing him on screen like all the videos that you guys have sent me so far.
Yeah, Jesus.
And so like, dude, it's been just video after video after video. So people have been just like, yo, react to this, react to this, react to this. So they really want to see us react to some videos. So that's what we're gonna fucking do. We're gonna react to some motherfucking videos. And boy, are some of these scandalous, son. All right. So let's get on into it. All right, we're gonna get on into our first one.
Hello. What you doing?
Just got on. What you doing?
Nothing. With my friend. Can you order me some food?
Yeah, what you want?
I think is Chick-fil-A still open?
No.
Oh, okay. Probably like Applebee's. Applebee's, yeah.
Applebee's? You ate today?
No, that's why I'm asking you to send me some food.
What you want?
Hold on. What you want?
Just get whatever. I'm gonna eat whatever.
Can you do the 2 for $20? It's the loaded mashed potatoes, the chicken, and then the fajitas.
She just got that.
And two large lemonades. The fajitas and then the 2 for $20.
2 for $20?
Mm-hmm.
What you need 2 meals for?
Cause it's me and my friend. We hungry.
Fuck your friend.
My friend, you don't know her.
I don't know her.
Okay, so just send it. Don't be like that.
What you mean don't be like that? Let me see your friend.
Why do you wanna? Don't do that. You are not my dad.
Where you at, dude?
I'm downtown.
They ain't tell me downtown.
Yeah. Why are you acting like that? Are you gonna send it or not?
Shit.
Okay. So tell me what you thought about that video, Rig 4.
Yeah, nah. She probably thinks she being slick or whatever, but the audacity on this one is insane. She's calling the boyfriend. She said my friend. You don't know her, right? So it's a blatant lie. It's not like she tried to I said friend and you just didn't ask if it was a girl or boy or whatever.
Yeah.
The man in this recording, she sees this recording. Obviously, she's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. If this gets posted on the internet, whatever.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, because it's not like he's hiding the recording.
Yeah.
He's literally just like
getting all the angles.
touching her booty and shit. I'm like, bro, it's a nice booty, but damn.
And then this man talking about she just got done eating my dick up, like,
bro.
damn.
When he had said that shit, I was like,
God
yo.
damn.
Oh, it's like, bro, homie is so cooked.
Yeah. I hope he didn't end up sending it. I hope he didn't end up ordering the food.
I hope not.
It just cut off or whatever, but I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, like, yeah. definitely never, because she's like, I'm downtown, whatever. Like, he going like, what you need 2 meals for? Like,
Yeah, bro.
I'd be like, you hungry? Like, tell your friend to go home. We'll just go out to eat. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Facts. You
But-
can come home and eat.
But you over here like, nah, send me some food. Like, why you being weird? Don't be like that. You're not my dad. That's a sign, right? That you should be able to learn from that video. If a woman starts saying shit where it's like, you're not my dad, like, you know, blah blah blah, don't be like that. That's her trying to avoid accountability. Her trying to put it back on you where you're being weird, even though
Yeah.
she's very clearly being weird. So, you know, that's you could take this as a learning lesson. Or you could be like the man recording. I don't know.
Facts.
Fuck it. Yeah.
I'd rather be the man recording,
me
bro.
Personally, right?
Yeah.
I had to choose one instead of trying to find the right signs to know she's fucking around.
Yeah,
Just be the
man.
dude recording. Why
Damn,
not?
bruh.
Why not?
That is bad, bro.
That's
That
insane.
is so bad.
That's insane. I'm not gonna.
Oh, and it sucks because they're. It's like I honestly think that one was real more than it was like staged.
Yeah.
You know, I know when it was sent to me, they were like, "Oh, I don't know if this is real or staged or not." But it's like I always look at it like, regardless if it's staged or not, bro. There's people that are actually dealing with
Yeah,
that. I'm like,
100%,
oh, bro, like there's real dudes dealing with that shit. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy work.
Yes.
Oh my god. All right, we'll get to the next one. All right.
You were gonna cheat on me soon. I know, because I'm an empath.
I was not gonna cheat on you.
I had
What are
to
you
cheat on you
talking about?
because you were literally gonna cheat on me.
Go, get out.
Close
Get
the
out.
door.
Go,
Shut the door.
get out.
Shut
I
it.
wasn't gonna cheat on you. What
And
are
now
talking
you don't believe me, so I don't trust you. And I'm hurt and confused.
What?
So just leave.
What? What
You're
are you
so
talking about?
manipulative.
Oh
And
my
you're
god.
so toxic.
What is this?
You
Who
were
is
gonna
this?
What do you think of that one, Rick Boy?
Wasted, bro. Fuck. In the middle of cheating, she was like, and now you don't believe me.
And that makes me not trust you.
Oh my god, yes, dude. That's how they be.
Oh.
That's how some of them be. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, she said, "No, I don't trust you because you don't believe me."
bro.
She was pulling anything and everything out of thin air to try to reverse this shit.
While homie's getting dressed in the background.
And he's talking about, yeah, I just leave out here. Like, God damn it, dude. Like he was a hotel guest or something, bro.
Oh, God.
Because it's time for checkout.
yeah.
I'm not tipping, by the way, but
This
yeah,
nigga
let
was
me.
like-
I just go out here. Like this is where.
He said, just leave out the way. But he already clapped, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't care.
He does not care. He like, damn,
Oh,
shit,
bro.
tragic. It's not happening to me though.
Oh, facts. It wouldn't happen to me, though. Oh, bro, dude. That is crazy,
That's
son.
crazy. And then her reaction, bro, just like, well, you were gonna cheat on me because I sensed it because I'm an empath. What? What does that even mean?
Facts. What does that mean? You were going to cheat on me anyway, so I went ahead and did that. Like, what? Girl? Huh?
Oh my
What kind
God.
of logic is that?
Yeah, it don't make any sense.
It
dude.
does not make
and
any
now
sense.
she getting exposed too for being dumb, dude. Like,
Being dumb.
talking about you were gonna cheat on me. Now people gonna have fucking trust issues with like, oh yeah, I'm an empath. You hear that on the first day, you're gonna be like,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
gonna cheat,
yeah.
dude. She's gonna fucking cheat on you.
Yeah.
She's gonna sense that you were about to cheat, and then she's gonna fucking go cheat on you first.
100.
100%,
100. Nah,
Jesus.
bro. Nah, man. Dude, that shit is ridiculous, man. I cannot believe. How could you use being an empath as like, oh, I knew you were gonna cheat on me, so I had to cheat on you first.
Yeah.
Like when she was getting railed, was she just like, oh no, it's cool, he was gonna cheat on me first?
Yeah.
Like that. You know what I mean? Like, how does that make sense in your mind, bruh?
I don't know. Like,
And the craziest thing is a girl sent me this. I was just
she
like,
an empath
oh,
too, or
bruh.
what?
No, she was like, we don't claim this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
that makes sense.
And I was just like, I wonder what she means by that. And I watched the video. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Right.
I just watched her say, I'm an empath, and I knew you were gonna cheat on me first. And I was like, okay, that's all I need to know to put this on the show.
Yeah. Ladies, let us know if you're an empath, if you claim this one as one of your fellow feminists or whatever you guys like to call them. And then fucking, I mean, she's probably just trying to empower herself, you know? She's like, I'm an empath, whatever the case, you know? So
maybe, man.
that's probably what it is, right? She's like, I was taking charge of my future. You were going to cheat first. I didn't want to go through that heartbreak, so I cheated.
That's
first.
crazy, bro.
Something.
That's this last one is gonna be the longest of the ones, but this one, bro, all I'm gonna say is, all right, that's all I'm gonna say to it, man, because this one's bad. This one's real bad. All right.
Have you ever lied to your husband about where you have been after work?
That answer is yes.
True. Do you consider having sexual relations with your husband a chore?
My answer is yes.
True. Do
Wow,
you think
dude. I'd whip her off stage. What the fuck,
Yes.
bro? God damn. She fucking up there smiling and shit.
He saves her on this one because it was like, oh, do you think that you've been a good wife to your husband? And she couldn't answer it.
Jesus.
Couldn't answer it, like cocked. And then homeboy comes in and he hits the button. This is what he
didn't
says.
want to know.
the button? And why did you hit the button?
She is a good wife, but there's times
Stop the cap.
she hasn't been good. So I mean, it's kind of I don't like the question.
I hope that the replacement question is easier. Since you have been married, have you ever given your phone number to a man you were romantically interested in?
The answer is yes.
True.
Still up there smiling. Trying not to smile.
Do you have any secrets that could destroy your marriage?
He skipped too early. He got out of it too early.
Yes.
True.
That's bad.
Have you ever had a sexual fantasy involving one of your husband's friends?
The answer is yes.
What did he say?
Do you have any romantic feelings for a man other than your husband?
The answer is yes.
True. Have you had sexual relations with any of your husband's friends and never told him about it?
The answer is yes.
Since you have been married, have you had sexual relations with a man other than your husband in your own bedroom?
Oh, hell
She belongs to the street.
The answer is yes.
Are you still in love with Chad?
Oh! There's a Chad Thundercock.
Yes, I really love him.
Is that the husband?
Yeah,
I really think that that's a lot of money for me and my girls. And I'm good. I'm stopping.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
so for $200,000, she was just like, "Foop my family, foop everybody else." Me and Chad about to ride off into the sunset right now, and we're about to go ahead and take our $200,000. Sucks for you though. And homie is just over there like
Wasted.
just
Mission
done.
failed.
Just done. Oh, bruh.
Yeah.
What you thinking, man?
I don't know if. I guess he trusted the idea of like, yeah, I should just go on here and like it'll be all no's and we get $200,000 or something. I don't know how the show works, but
I don't know either.
yeah, I don't think he had he went there in mind with the idea that this was going to go so far south. And
Yeah.
me personally, I'm not sticking around on the show after that. I'm not.
Oh yeah, and then you tried to save her in the whole like, oh, she's a good wife,
Yeah.
you know, she's great, but nah, bro,
Yes.
nah, she wasn't that great.
The evidence
Like,
was right in front of him, and like I said,
Stop the cap.
Yeah, you work long enough in sales, people will gaslight themselves into anything. you know?
Yeah,
And so
bro.
That's why I'm like, yeah, for him, he was just like, no, she doesn't have to answer that. She has been a good wife, and then it just kept getting worse.
Oh, worse and worse. It
and
was.
worse.
Do you have sexual fantasies about one of your husband's friends? Yes, dead. Do you have you had sex with any of them in your own bedroom? Yup, dead. It was just like, bruh, it kept getting worse for this man.
Yeah.
I don't know how I wouldn't be like I said, like you said, I wouldn't be able to survive.
No,
I
yeah.
would have been like, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm good.
She's definitely, when the story mode's over, she's getting the bad ending for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
1,000%.
She's getting
She's
the
got
bad
all
ending.
the low on her, bro.
Yeah, all low on
She's
her.
getting the tuberculosis and everything.
Yep. She's cooked. She's not getting the deer, she's getting the wolf. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Spoiler alert, but yeah, fucking for her, like that's what I'm talking about. In the beginning, she's all smiles, kiki, whatever, right? And then it started to set in for her a little bit where she's like, you know, there may be some accountability to this, so I'm gonna stop smiling, but you know, at the end of the day, yeah, I don't think $200,000 was worth all that. to be real.
No, it was not.
No, yeah.
Nah, man. Public humiliation and like the destruction of our marriage, bro. It's like, dude, like what the fuck, man?
Yeah, wife wins $200,000.
Yeah, she won.
He
$200,000.
not only loses $200,000, he loses his wife.
He loses family.
He loses his family.
'Cause
And
there
then-
ain't no way she gonna let him see the kids.
And now his face is on the internet as a loser, you know?
Man,
And
bruh.
that's one of those things where it's like,
like
we talk about it on the show, dude. Like, yeah, it's your fault. It's his fault. You know.
yeah, he let all that happen. Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Nah, I feel it. It is his fault. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, you should have seen the signs. You should have been able to understand the type of woman that she was.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You know, and what it comes down to a lot of times is I think a lot of dudes, they get women that are just like ex-hoes, man.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
can
it's
see
a
that.
thing where they were ran through and all this stuff, and now they're a woman that's at a point where they're like, fuck it, I'll just take any guy, and then they'll get one of these type of dudes, and then, you know, they get comfortable, everything is good, everything's solid, they think, oh, homie's not going anywhere, and their hoe tendencies come back, and it's why they say you can't make a hoe into a housewife. Because them tendencies are always going to be there. They're always going to come back. And I guarantee you, her in her 20s, she was a hoe. She was just giving it out to everybody. You
And
know?
now she's doing the Hannah Montana, trying to get the best of both worlds. You know what I
Yup,
mean? She's over here
exactly.
fucking trying to be a housewife and a hoe at the same time.
Oh.
Because it's one thing where I don't know how their situation's split up, but like in the dynamic of, you know, assuming that he pays for everything, like for you to have all the bills paid for, all the furniture bought by him, and then you're like, yay, come in here and let me like blow you on the bed he bought. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that shit like really, really, really hits hard, you know? And like I wouldn't be able to stay there for the whole show. You know, she's
No.
already getting $200,000. I'm losing my family, and I'm getting posted on live TV, or not live TV, but getting posted on TV.
No, that is live TV.
Oh shit.
That is
Well,
live.
TV, internet, dude.
Yeah.
What do you? Yeah, you
When that
got
was aired.
You got a lot more priorities to now shift, and you don't need to wait for the end of the show to start shifting towards those. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
100%.
You actually should have
100%.
been on
Yeah.
those, but that's why you're there.
Because
you know?
that Chad question makes me feel as if he's already caught her cheating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He already caught her cheating. Like the first video that we watched of Homeboy, you know, where she was she was asking her boyfriend to buy that nigga lunch and shit. I think that was Chad.
I could see that.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That was Chad and her, bruh.
Yeah.
You know, and then I think it got to a point where he caught them, and she's like, no, I love you, and I care about you, let's work it out. And he's just like, all right, sure, let's work it out.
But every time Chad came around, she would give him that jump on him, hug, and sink the hips and shit.
Oh, damn.
And that's probably what was happening. He was just like,
Damn.
just like the dude filming. He was like,
Yup.
oh, I mean,
Oh, bro,
I guess this is normal.
This was Chad right
Oh my gosh,
here.
she's here.
Yes.
This was
Chad
Chad.
and her, dude.
This was Chad, bro. And then you got the husband.
Baby, do you want to go
Yeah,
get
the
food?
husband. was there watching.
Sure.
Sure. And she was like, who the fuck am I talking to again?
Yup. Goofy.
Goofy.
Looking
yeah.
goofy as fuck, bro.
That's the husband on that fucking show, dude.
That's the husband on
Lost
that show.
$200,000, and then every time Chad would come around, that's how they would fucking act too. So,
Bro, and I guarantee you that's what happened.
yeah,
I guarantee that is what happened with Chad, bro. I
and
guarantee
he was just
you.
there, like, is anything going on? And she was like, no, just shut the
Everything.
fuck up.
Yeah, shut up,
Just
Mark.
shut up, Mark.
Like, we don't talk about you. And I'm just like, bruh, that's crazy.
Yeah, especially because she was just. At first, she was just laughing, kikiing on the show. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, have a
that's
good
how
old
you
time.
know she was just very like open and out there inside the relationship because she thought everything was funny and sweet. You know,
Damn.
no shame in it, no shame in the game.
No shame. Bro, that's crazy.
That's insane, honestly.
Yeah, bro. Wow. All right. That's going to be the videos, man. You guys let us know what you thought about the videos. Audio listeners, if you want to see the videos, definitely head on down to YouTube and check out the video form of the pod so that way you can watch the videos and see what the hell we're reacting to. But boy, I think y'all heard enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think you really got to see it. I think you heard enough. But, man. Yeah, keep sending in those videos though. You know what I mean? I got a lot more of them. We don't got enough time to go over any more than 3. So, can you have my phone? We're gonna get into today's thread. Today's thread is a bit of a different one. I went ahead and got the community a little more involved with today's thread.
Excellent.
I went ahead and had them ask you, I asked them a question for you.
Okay.
And so today's thread is, what is the funniest joke that you have ever heard? So I asked the community, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? We're gonna then read that joke off to you and see if you think that their joke is funny.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So some of the jokes have like, I guess, backstory to them. So it's not just like they wrote out a joke. So we'll just read them and then you'll give your honest opinion on it. All right. Okay, so we'll do our first one here. What is the funniest joke that you ever heard? An old Italian gentleman lived alone in New Jersey, and he wanted to plant his annual tomato gardens, but it was difficult work as the ground was hard. His oldest son, Vincent, who used to help him, was in prison. The old man wrote a letter to his son and described his predicament. Dear Vincent, I'm feeling pretty sad because it looks like I won't be able to plant my tomato garden this year. I'm just getting too old to be digging up the garden plot. I know if you were here, my troubles would be over. I know you would be happy to dig that plot up for me like the old days. Love, Papa. A few days later, he received the letter from his son. Dear Papa, I don't dig up that garden. That's where the bodies are buried. Love, Vinny. At 4 a.m. the next morning, the FBI arrived, local police arrived, and they dug up the entire area without finding any body. They apologized to the old man and left.
Yeah, and that was his plot to get them to dig for him. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. I think I heard that one before. That's why for me it was like, I think I know where this is going. But that's a pretty good one.
Wow. Okay. Damn.
That's a good one.
Damn. All right. Oh, what's the funniest joke that you have ever heard? A man checks into a hotel with his wife and kids, approaches the concierge, saying, "My family is with me, so I hope the porn in the room is disabled." Man was just like, "Please tell me, ain't none of that going on, man. My family's with me this time." That's crazy because that makes me think like he's been to that hotel before. And he gets the porn package all the time. They're like, "Oh, yeah, it's good. So, would you like the porn package as usual?" The family is with it. The family's with me. Not this time.
No.
Yeah,
Not porn. That would be awful. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't give me any of that, dude. Yeah.
He's like, oh, of course, sir, of course,
yeah.
of course. Not this time. Not any time.
Not any time.
Anytime.
Never would I want any of that. Good thing it wasn't the other kind of disabled. Wheelchair disabled.
Yeah, I know. That'd be crazy.
Oh, God.
All right. What is the funniest joke that you ever heard? All right. A plane is being loaded. As the passengers come aboard, they are greeted by the stewardesses and 2 pilots. The pilots are wearing dark glasses and are carrying white canes. Most passengers laugh at the joke and find their way to their seats. The plane is fully loaded and taxis to the runway. As the thrusters open and the plane starts gathering speed, some more gullible passengers look out their windows and notice the runway ends at a large body of water. The speed continues to increase, as does the agitation in the cabin. "We're running out of runway," yells one man. "We're going to hit the water," yells another man. Panic ensues and the collective screams rise up from the passengers. At that moment, the plane miraculously lifts into the air and begins its ascent. The passengers look at each other, exchanging sheepish grins and feeble laughs. Meanwhile, in the cockpit, one pilot says to the other, "Frank, someday they're going to yell and we're all going to die."
Oh my God, that's good.
Shit. Okay, yeah, that one's kind of funny. That one is kind of funny. If I was a pilot,
like, dude, where do we go? And then they're like, "Don't worry, they'll start screaming. We'll be able to take off."
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we can take off.
Like, once we hear the scream, and that's when we know to take off. Every time, Frank. Every time.
Frank didn't even put in the cooling system either.
Oh, my God. All right, what is the funniest joke that you've ever heard? The classic Bob Mortimer one. "I was walking through a graveyard the other day, and man pops his head up over a gravestone. 'Morning,' I shout. He answers, 'No, just having a shit.'"
Oh, God.
All right.
That one's pretty funny.
All right. The Rig 4 thought that one was funny.
Yeah.
That one might have, flew over my grape. I was like, nope. This one.
Yeah, he was asking if he was mourning someone, and he was like, "No, I'm not mourning. I'm taking a shit."
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That flew over my head. I will not lie to you on that one. That flew over my head. Okay. Good joke. Good joke.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, what is the funniest joke that you've ever heard? A priest, a minister, and I'm sure it means rabbi. We'll read it. Okay, rabbit. Walk into a blood donation center. The rabbit says, "I think I am type O."
Is that the end of?
That's the end. That's all it says.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know, bro.
Boo.
Oh, damn.
Boo.
No, that one wasn't a good one. All right.
Fail.
What is the funniest joke you've ever heard? Several moles of argon float into a bar. The bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve noble gases here. The argon doesn't react."
very well. Very
You're
well.
right.
Yeah.
You know? We're laughing because it's not funny.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, you got me. Because I was just like, all right, it's not funny, but okay.
But sure, bro. All right. Oh, goddamn, this one's long. Okay, we're gonna get through this one. What is the funniest joke you've ever heard? A depressed man is walking along the beach. He's miserable and can't catch a break in life. He looks out to the water in despair, and suddenly he hears a booming voice from above yelling out, "Dig!" The man is sure he's hallucinating, but again, he hears dig. So he falls to his knees and begins to dig right there in the sand. As he heaps handfuls after handfuls of sand out, suddenly, he hits something solid. He traces around it and quickly realizes it's a treasure chest. The booming voice immediately yells, "Open!" So the man opens the chest and reveals $1 million in cash. He can't believe his luck has turned when he suddenly hears the booming yelling voice out again. "Casino!" As quickly as he can, he carries the chest up to the dunes, to the closest road, and flags down the first taxi approaching. "Casino!" the voice repeats. So he asks the driver to take him to the nearest casino. On arrival to the casino, the man pays the driver, and then a booming voice yells, "Enter!" The man gets out of the taxi and walks to the casino. "Roulette!" booms the voice. "Hurry!" The man pulls the entire $1 million out on red 21 and eagerly watches the croupier spin. The ball then lands on black 16. The booming voice yells, "Fuck!"
That's pretty good, yeah. He was like, "Fuck, dude. God damn.
Like, God damn it, I put that $1 million there. I was hoping he was going to win.
Was everyone else hearing that fucking voice?
That's what I'm saying. Like, were you the only one? Yeah, he's just casino.
Casino?
Like, you didn't question that. I would have took that $1 million and went home.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? I wouldn't go to no damn casino.
Then again, if you, out of happenstance, were at the exact place where this booming voice was like, "Dig, get the money," right? I'd kind of be like, all right, you know what? Like,
it's on to something, huh?
Yeah, they might be on to something, you know? Like, I would definitely go in there and feel like I can't lose, you know? So
true.
I guess that makes sense.
True.
But then,
I don't know. I still would have been skeptical because I'm like, bro, I already got $1 million. Like, what more do I need? You know what I mean? Like, what? Nah. Hey.
I think where he fucked up is he put the whole $1 million on that bet instead of actually betting in smaller amounts.
Yeah, because you could have put $100,000 on there and say he would have won. Because, like, I think on the numbers, what is it? The numbers are like, I think it's like 8-1 or something like that. I don't know, roulette.
I'm
you guys
not Mason. I don't know what the numbers
okay. You guys can correct me in the comments, but I know it's a very large ratio. So if he were to, like, even just put $100,000 on there and hit it, bro, you'd be looking at, you know, almost another $1 million. Yeah. So it's like, bro, you didn't have to put the whole $1 million on there. And then I would have put $100,000 on either red or black.
Yeah.
Bro, like, come on, bro. You're at least doubling what you put on there. Think about it. If you would have put $100,000 on that red 21 and then $100,000 on just black, bro, you would have walked out of that bitch at least, you know, with it. Well, you'd have broke even at that point. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have lost anything. And then you're like, all right, cool, I can keep gambling. Did you put the whole $1 million? Yeah. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Yeah.
You stupid.
All right, on to our next one. What is the funniest joke that you've ever heard? I do like the one I've heard is the most universally funny joke or whatever, where like two hunters are out hunting and one of them kneels over. So the other one calls emergency services and says, "Help, we're out here hunting and I think my buddy's dead. What do I do?" The operator says, "Well, first make sure he's dead." And here's 2 gunshots. And the hunter says, "Okay, now what?" Oh, bro.
Damn it. Damn it, dude. This is why you can't have dumb friends, dude.
Oh, no, bro. That's terrible. He literally was just like, "Oh, shit, I think my friend is dead." And he was like, "Okay, well, make sure he's dead." He's like, "Okay, give me a second." Okay, Okay, now what? He
Now
looks at his
what?
homie, and his homie is just done.
Wasted.
Or dumb.
He probably shot him and got the fucking low on her, dude.
He probably did, bruh. And then later on, he's got to tell his family, and he's just like, yeah, so, yeah, Frank's done. He died.
Frank died. Well, I wasn't sure, but then I made sure, and he was definitely dead after I made sure. What happened?
I called 911.
They told me make sure. So
Yeah, I made
had
sure.
to put a couple in his head, you know?
That's crazy.
God damn it.
Oh, shit. All right. What is the funniest joke that you've ever heard? Two nuns were riding their bikes to church. One of them says, "I'll never come this way before." The other replied, "It's the cobblestone." Oh, okay.
All right, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
It's the cobblestone.
All right. What is the funniest joke you've ever heard? Two black dudes are walking down the street and they see a sign that says "Become white." Oh, I've seen this one. You've probably heard of this one.
I think I have.
Yeah, become white for 99 cents. The one guy has $1 and the other one has 98 cents. They debate if it's a scam. They decide to send in the guy with the $1 to try it. If it works, he can give the other guy a penny and they'll both be white and not have to put up with racism anymore. So the guy goes in and 5 minutes later he comes out and he's super white. Blonde hair and blue eyes and all of that. The other guy goes, oh my God, it worked. Give me that penny. Then the first guy says, "Why don't you get a fucking job?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard that one.
That one is pretty popular.
Yeah.
All right, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? Dave was bragging to his boss one day. I know everyone there is to know. Just name someone, anyone, and I know them. All right, tired of his boasting, his boss called his bluff. "Okay, Dave, what about Tom Cruise?" "No drama, boss. Tom and I are old friends, and I could prove it." So Dave and his boss fly out to Hollywood and knock on Tom Cruise's door, and Tom Cruise shouts, "Dave, what's happening? Great to see you. Come on in for a beer." Although impressed, Dave's boss is still skeptical. After they leave Cruise's house, he tells Dave that he thinks him knowing Cruise was just lucky. No, just name anyone else, Dave says. "President Obama." His boss quickly retorts, "Yep." Dave says, "Old buddies, let's fly out to Washington," and off they go. At the White House, Obama spots Dave on the tour and motions him and his boss over, saying, "Dave, what a surprise. I was just on my way to a meeting, but you and your friend come on in and let's have a beer first and catch up." Well, the boss is very shaken by now, but still not totally convinced. After they leave the White House grounds, he expresses his doubts to Dave, who again implores him to name anyone else. He said Pope Francis. Sure, Dave says. "I've known the Pope for years." So they fly off to Rome. Dave and his boss are assembled with the masses at the Vatican, St. Peter's Square, when Dave says, "This will never work. I can't catch the Pope's eye among all these people. Tell you what, I know all the guards, so let me just go upstairs and I'll come out on the balcony with the Pope." He disappears into the crowd, headed towards the Vatican. Sure enough, half an hour later, Dave emerges with the Pope on the balcony. But by the time Dave returns, he finds that his boss has had a heart attack and is surrounded by paramedics. Making his way to the boss's side, Dave asks him, "What happened?" His boss looks up and says, "It was the final straw. You and the Pope came out onto the balcony and the man next to me said, 'Who the fuck is that on the balcony with Dave?'"
Yeah, I've heard that one before. It's a pretty classic one.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one.
Oh yeah, I think it's a classic, but yeah, it makes sense.
What is the joke?
He had never the guy that he was talking to never heard of the Pope, but he heard of Dave, so he was just like, yeah, I guess Dave knows everyone, you know? That's like the whole premise of the joke is Dave was trying to prove to his boss that he knew literally anyone in the world.
Okay.
And then that random stranger walked up and was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Oh, but Dave's right there, you know. So,
Oh, okay.
But it's the Pope. Everyone knows the Pope, especially if you're in the crowd to see the Pope.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, who the fuck is that next to Dave, dude? I know Dave. Fucking
Who is that guy?
fuck is that guy, dude?
Why is he wearing that fucking hat?
Yeah, weirdo with a hat. But
Yeah.
it's good to see Dave up there, you know.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
That is a good joke. That is funny. All right. What is the funniest joke that you've ever heard? I don't know why the Dave shit's still getting me. All right. What is the funniest joke you've ever heard? I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised.
That's good. Yeah.
That one is a good one. Oh my god, that one's good. Oh shit. All right, what is the funniest joke that you ever heard? One's green and furry and has 4 legs, and if it falls out of a tree and lands on you, you die.
I don't know.
A pool table.
Yeah, all right. I forget. That's like a particular style of joke that they call it. Like, I guess it's like shock factor or something. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean, yeah, nice try.
He gave you the fail on that one. All right.
It was definitely a mission failed.
All right, what's the funniest joke that you've ever heard? I saw a variation of this joke somewhere, and it must have caught me right at the perfect moment because I thought it was so funny. It's so stupid and simple, though. I really want to buy one of those grocery store dividers, but the lady behind the counter keeps putting it back. I get where you're coming from on that one, but no, that one was not funny.
Wait, can you read that again? I like, for some reason my brain is like missing.
So he's in the checkout line, right?
Yeah.
And he gets one of those dividers where you divide your groceries.
Yeah.
And then he turns to the person behind him and he's like, "Hey, I'm trying to buy the fucking divider, but the cashier lady keeps putting it back."
Okay.
Yeah, that's the joke.
There,
and I'm
okay.
just like, nah. I get where you were going with that one, but no.
You lose honor for that fucking.
You lost honor. All right, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? A woman is sitting at her recently deceased husband's funeral. A man leans in to her and asks, "Do you mind if I say a word?" "No, go right ahead," the woman replies. The man stands, clears his throat, and says, "Plethora," and sits back down. Thanks, the woman. It means a lot.
That's good humor. That's good humor.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
This man said plethora and just sat down.
Like,
Thank you.
It means a lot. She's like, "Yeah, I know what plethora means, but I thought this was about my husband."
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. That's good humor. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that one was good. That was fucking good. Oh, shit. Hey. Oh, my God. Ah, shit, dude. That's funny. Okay. What is the funniest joke that you've ever heard? I'm sorry. The plethora is still kidding me.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's just, oh, dude. Oh, fuck. This man's like an iron vault. It's so hard to get him to laugh at shit. And that's why I knew this thread was going to be so good. Because I was like, you guys got to pull out like the stops for this man. Oh, you can get me pretty easily. Oh, but this dude, you got to get him good. All right. What is the funniest joke you've ever heard? My dad asked me the other day, "Are you even listening to me?" Which is a really weird way to start a conversation if you ask me.
Nice.
Nah, come on, man. Oh, what was that? Come on, man. All right. What is the funniest joke that you've ever heard? 3 moles are traveling underground. The first mole says, "I smell sugar." The second mole says, "I smell honey." And the third one says, with disgust, "All I smell is mole asses."
Oh my God.
All right. Why would the second one smell honey, though? Did the first one have honey on his ass or something? Like what?
I don't know. Yeah, it was. I don't think that was presented the right way, but like it, I kind of get where it's coming from.
Okay, all right. Okay, what is the funniest joke that you ever heard? Why do chicken coops have 2 doors? If they had 4 doors, it'd be a chicken sedan.
That's good.
That is funny.
Sedan,
That is funny because it's a coupe, so it's a 2-door car.
Yeah.
Be a chicken sedan. I'm telling you, you can get me, but it's hard to get him. All right, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? A little boy and a clown are walking into the woods at night. The little boy looks up at the clown and says, "Gee, Mr. Clown, these woods sure are dark and scary." The clown looks down at the boy, tussles his hair, and says, "It sure is, but think about it if, think about if it from my perspective. I have to walk back alone." Oh, bruh. That's crazy.
Is it because he's gonna kill the kid?
He's
Is that
gonna,
why?
yeah, he's gonna kill the
slaughter
kid.
that kid.
He's like, think about how hard it is for me. I gotta go back alone.
I feel like that's exactly the kind of joke the Joker would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's that kind of fucked up. But yeah, I mean, that's.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what it reminded me of immediately when I was like, that sounds like something the Joker would say.
Yeah. All right. What is the funniest joke that you ever heard? Mickey Mouse was in court. The judge asks Mr. Mouse, "You wish to divorce your wife, Minnie, for being extremely silly?" Mickey says, "No, I said she was fucking goofy."
Yeah, I've seen that. I've heard that one.
All right. Let's see. Okay. What is the funniest joke you've ever heard? A guy wants his friend to go out drinking. He won't because he always gets too drunk and throws up on himself, and his wife gets pissed about the cleanup. His buddy says, "Just put a 20 in your shirt pocket and tell her it's from the guy that threw up on you." When he gets home from the bar, his wife is pissed about the puke, but then pulls the money and tells her about the guy. She says, "Hey, there's 2 20s in here." He says, "Yeah, can you believe it? That guy shit my pants too." Aw.
Oh my God. Yeah. That guy's insane for that. He knows himself so well. He's like, yeah, dude, I might just throw an extra 20 in there.
Facts.
She's cleaning you for $40? No, thank you.
Oh, fact. That's disgusting, bro. I would have took that $40 and like, get your bitch ass in there and clean yourself up.
You clean yourself up.
What is the funniest joke you've ever heard? A blonde policeman pulls over a blonde driver and asks for her license and registration. The blonde woman asks, "What's a license?" And the officer says, "It's the little square thing in your purse with your picture on it." "Oh," responds the blonde woman as she pulls out a pocket mirror. "There you go." The policewoman looks at it and says, "Oh, if I had known you were a police officer, I wouldn't have pulled you over. You're free to go."
Oh my God. That's good.
Oh my God, that's so dumb.
That is dumb.
All right. Jesus. All right, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? Mike is on a long trip for a drink at this bar. After a bit, someone runs in and says, "Run for your lives, Big Jake is coming." The bar clears out in a hurry except for our protagonist, who has no idea what's going on. Suddenly, this big bear of a man kicks down the door, kicks the tables and chairs out of his way, and walks straight to the bar. He grabs Mike's beer and chugs it in one gulp and slams the glass down on the counter. Mike is scared for his life. Mike stammers, "Can I get you another, sir?" Ain't got no time. Didn't you hear? Big Jake is coming." Damn. I'd be like, "You're not him?"
Yeah, literally.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold up. Who the hell is Big Jake then?
Yeah.
And how big is he?
Yeah.
If you're that big. Like, bro, literally just kicked down the door and was just like, "Ugh, flip all these tables. Give me that drink, bitch." Big Jake's coming. Like, wait, what? Huh?
Like,
Man,
you're not Big Jake?
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Literally, he's just at the bar and he just hears his drink is stolen, and then he's just like, you're not Big Jake? Oh God. Like, bruh.
That's a pretty good one.
All right, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? This one is a true story told by my dad, apparently. Okay. Many years ago, my dad was working on a road crew in Regina, Saskatchewan. It was I have no idea.
Rena, Saskatchewan?
Yeah, I have no idea where the hell that's at.
That don't sound real.
It doesn't sound real.
All right.
It was a payday Friday, and they were all down at the local tavern. A bar floozy had been propositioning many men looking for a warm bed for the night, and she was not having any luck. Last call came around, and the lights went up, and the floozy was running around looking like she was trying to catch an insect. She leapt up into the air and slapped her hands together like she had caught something. She peeked into her clasped hands and said, "If any of you can guess what I have in my hand here, you can take me home and have your way with me." Someone in the back of the room yelled, "A water buffalo!" She peeked out of her hands and said, "Close enough."
Jesus.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that's not a true story. One, the place sounds fucking made up. Two, he said tavern. Three, he said fucking bar floozy.
I
These
know,
are not
right?
Real terms, brother.
No, I mean,
this
like,
is mythical.
Yeah. Like, usually when you think tavern and like bar floozy, you think medieval. You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah. I just wonder if Saskatchewan is actually a place. Hold on, Saskatchewan. God damn, Saskatchewan's a real place.
What?
It's a real place in Canada.
In Canada?
Saskatchewan, Canada, my guy.
That might explain the goofy language then.
Yeah, that might explain it. Saskatchewan, Canada, my guy.
Tavern, bar, floozy, all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ya know? All right, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? The sex ed teacher arrives in class. "Good morning. Today I'm going to show you how to put on a condom. And I brought this banana because I can't get a hard on an empty stomach." Oh, bro.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's good. Fuck.
That one was fucking good, dude.
Oh my god. Oh fuck.
That was good.
What got me is the fact I didn't see it coming. Like,
yeah.
Everyone uses a banana, and then he's like, "Yeah, I just got this banana because I can't get a hard on an empty stomach."
Oh fuck, that was good. Wow.
I bet you those kids were like,
yeah, they were just like, "Wait, huh? Yo, bruh, nah, they're just, huh? What are we talking about here? Like, no."
Yeah, they were like,
yeah, bruh, that's crazy. Oh shit, that one was good. That one was funny. All right, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? A woman goes to her fiance's parents' house for dinner. She notices they are having broccoli, which makes her extremely gassy, but she wants to be polite and eat them anyways. Halfway through the dinner, she starts to feel her stomach bubbling up as she has no choice but to let out a fart. She does, but the dad goes, "Sam, who is the family dog?" She thinks the dad is blaming the dog for the fart, so she decides to let out another one. Dad goes again, "Sam!" Clearly, it seems the dog is taking the blame for it, so she decides to really let one loose and let a big fat one go. The dad then goes, "Sam, get away from under that woman's chair and take before she takes a shit on you."
"Oh my god."
He's like, "Sam, come here, get away from that stank ass woman."
The fiance is probably just there like, "God
But
damn it."
I know, he's just like, "God damn." It's like, "That's my wife, bro."
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
Every time it kept happening, dude, the dad's just like, "Sam,
Get
out of
over
there.
here."
Get out of there, dude. She's gonna shit on you eventually." God damn it.
Oh my god.
She was being clever too.
Right? She was like, "Oh, the dog's taking the heat. Let's go." All right, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard? Scrolled and searched and saw didn't see this one. Okay. A pianist with Tourette's sees a now hiring ad on the side of a nightclub. He goes in and asks the owner if he can audition. The owner sits at the table and listens as the pianist plays an upbeat tune with a lot of skill. When he's done playing, the owner says, "That was great. What do I call you?" That was, "I piss and shit on every girl I date." What? Jeez. Okay, play something else. The pianist plays a slow piece that is most beautiful music the owner has ever heard. Again, when he's finished, he asks the pianist, "What was that piece called?" "That was I fucked your mother in the ass last night." The owner is once again taken aback, but says, "Look, you can play, and I'd love to hear you in my club. The only thing is that I can't have you talking to my guests like that. So if you play here, you can't talk." The pianist agrees. On his first night, he is playing to a full crowd. At the front table, there's a woman sitting alone. She is gorgeous with ample cleavage and a slit on her dress up to mid-thigh. She's really getting this piano's engine going. At intermission, he goes to the bathroom and rubs one out because he is turned on by the woman in the audience. He then goes to the bar to have a drink. The woman walks up to him and catches his eye. He says hello to her, and she responds, "Do you know you have a raging hard-on and nut on your shoes?" Aw. And the pianist responds, "Know it? I fucking wrote it."
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Hey, you gotta have that kind of confidence, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna lean into it. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, enough confidence, you probably still went home with him that night.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, that was a good one, though.
That was good, yeah.
All right. We'll probably do two more and then win the thread. So you guys got two more jokes to make this man laugh, you know? All right, what's the funniest jokes that you've ever heard? Not the funniest, but I created this. All right. My girlfriend was perfect in a way, except that her armpits were smelly. Hands down, the best girl ever. Oh, come on, man. What was that? Nah, bro. Nah.
Hands down.
It was, yeah.
We understood it.
We understood. It just wasn't good.
Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, it just wasn't. Keep it to yourself. All right. What is the funniest joke you've ever heard? This will be our last one. My English teacher in high school told this one. What does Santa call his elves? Subordinate clauses. I was the only one who really laughed and still think it's the greatest joke ever. All right, man. The joke under it is, why is Santa's sack so big? Because he can only come once a year. That one was more funny.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, man. That was what was your funniest joke. Hopefully maybe you guys laughed at some of the jokes that maybe we didn't laugh at. Obviously these were the jokes sent in by our community for our boy here. And he laughed at some of them.
Yeah.
You know, some of you guys had some top tier jokes. What was the best one that I think you could remember?
That was the banana one.
Oh, okay, the banana one. The
Yeah.
Dave one was my favorite one.
Dave one. Was
Yeah,
good.
once you explained it, I was like, oh, that shit's funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing at that one. Because they're like, who the fuck is that guy next to Dave?
Yeah.
That was funny. That was hella funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. You guys let us know what you think about it in the comments. Which joke was your favorite? Which one did you think was actually funny? Which ones did you didn't think were funny? And
You had to eat the banana. That's so good. Oh my god.
He's like, be careful with that banana. It's my lunch.
God God damn it.
Ah, shit, man. Did you see the McDonald's shit with the big arch? Bro, that was insane.
Oh, God. That CEO was trash.
Oh, that was insane.
Unless it was a ploy, because if it was a ploy to get people talking, it worked. Yeah.
Maybe. But at the same time, though, I think he knows what that meat's really made out of. And he's just like, man, I ain't eating this shit.
Yeah, shit's nasty.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? All right, but yes, let us know what you think about it in the comments. Which ones you thought were funny, which ones you didn't think were funny. If you have some funny jokes, definitely put it down in the comments. Let us know. All right. We're going on to our announcements, and then we're going to hop into our scenarios for today's lovely episode. And boy, do we got some juicy ones for today.
Good.
So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get that exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show, like these lovely people did for today. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all of the support. You guys are absolutely awesome and killing it. Coming out every week. You know, we had a 500 download day.
Oh, wow.
Day.
That's insane.
Day.
500 downloads.
500 downloads in a day.
In a day.
That shit is absolutely insanity. So that is why I'm like, yo, thank you guys so much for all of that. Like, I'm pulling it up for the Rig 4 here. So yeah, on Saturday.
Jesus.
Yes.
That is awesome. Hell
Yeah, man. So the
Thank
fact
you guys
that
so much. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that means you guys are sharing the podcast to your brother, sister, your mother, your dog, your cat, everybody. And I appreciate that so fucking much, man. Thank you guys so much for all that support. And, yeah, man, follow our boy over here on Mike Life 333 for anything that, you know, he's got going on over there. He can talk more about that.
Yeah. Just follow me. I'm rolling out the content. Not so much on the Instagram yet, but that's just because the algorithms are a little bit different. But on TikTok side, I go live pretty often. I answer questions, whatever the case may be. So if you want to see me go live and not just him, we can. Yeah, you'll see me on most days going live around like noon Pacific Standard Time. So depending on what time zone you're at, you'll be able to catch me then.
Okay. What days? Any specific days or no?
No, I try to do most days.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
day.
So yeah, just links are down in the description. Click on his TikTok, follow him there, and you know he does a lot more of like life advice as well as
as well as like sales. So
okay,
I have a mixture of it.
Okay, so it's like life advice, sales advice, stuff like that. If you're trying to maybe start your own business or whatever the case may be, we got our boy over here. So definitely check all that stuff down in the comments or in the description. Sorry, down in the description. All the links are down there. Love you guys. Appreciate you so much. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube for all the shorts and all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get on in to our scenarios for today. So we have our first one. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend over Reese's?
Reese's?
For Reese's, the candy.
Okay, let's
all
get
right.
into it.
Me and my boyfriend have been dating for 1 year now. Our anniversary was last week. We were just supposed to have dinner, which we did, and it was nice. After we were going back to his apartment, he said that he had a gift for me. When we got there, I was immediately shocked to see a little basket with some cute little gifts along with a Pandora ring. In the front of the basket was a king-size Reese's peanut butter cup. I am super allergic to peanuts, and he knew that. I asked him why he would get me them if he knew that I was allergic. How allergic I am to peanuts. And he said it's just a gag gift. I got pretty upset and left shortly after. After talking to him, he said that he didn't see anything wrong with giving that to me and that I should learn to not be so sensitive. I told him that I don't want to see him anymore. Did I overreact? Was it really a little joke? Am I the asshole? Bruh, hold on.
Bruh.
I get gag gifts, but gag gifts are supposed to be funny, not kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, that's kind of crazy. Like, I get gag gifts. You got her like a dildo or something. All right, bro, that's funny. You know what I mean? We could talk about that. Like, that's funny, whatever. You know, if you got her like, I don't know. You got her some like really giant panties or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's funny. That's silly. It's goofy. But you're just like, oh, dude, I know she's fucking allergic to these peanuts. I'm going to get her a fucking thing that'll kill her. It's like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's not a gag gift at that point.
Yeah, I mean, so what I would consider in this situation a gag gift if it was something that wasn't peanuts in the shape of peanuts or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you go.
Like, or like in a peanut container, like not like a container that has peanut residue, right? Like
like a plastic peanut.
Yeah, like a plastic peanut
yeah.
that's or like one of those tinfoil metal ones where it's just shaped like a peanut.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And from there, yeah, but not actually. If she fucking wasn't paying attention and touched it, she would react? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, would I say you should break up with him? Probably not. He probably is just fucking stupid and has like a bad sense of humor.
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
I don't, unless it was like a repeated thing where like eventually you wouldn't want it to get to that point, but eventually you started seeing too much of like the same kind of gag over and over again where like you're like, all right, brother, like I already said I'm fucking deathly allergic to this shit and it keeps coming up now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know if he pulls pranks or does gag gifts before, right? You've had a whole year with him, so I feel like if this is out of the ordinary, maybe, but at the same time, if it's like a one-off thing, he probably is just fucking.
Maybe this was the first time he's ever done it, like to her. Maybe she's seen him do it to like other people, their friends, people they know, stuff like that. But I think this was the first time he's done it to her, and she's just like, nigga, like I've seen you do gag gifts before and you've done very funny appropriate gag gifts before, but then you do mine and it's some shit that can kill me. Hey, bro, what are we doing here? So, and then on top of that, he didn't really handle it in the best way. He was just kind of like, oh dude, you should just fucking stop being sensitive. Like, come on, bro. Like at that point, you kind of talk to your woman and be just like, hey, look, my bad. I thought it was gonna be funny and it wasn't. I'm sorry. You own up to your shit at that point. Like I don't think it was her being mad was in the wrong. Again, if you got like a dildo or if you got some giant panties or some shit, you know what I mean? Like that's funny. It's silly. If you got mad over something like that, then I would be kind of more on his side and be like, all right, bro, stop being so sensitive. But since he got you something that can kill you, I'm like, okay, all right, bro, I'm on her side.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like my wife's afraid of the ocean, so like at the most I would like get her like a picture or something, because even a picture would scare her, right? Like a picture or a video would scare her, and she'd be like, no, freak out, right? But I wouldn't like then like blindfold her and take her out in the middle of the ocean and be like, oh, it's such a funny gag gift, you know what I mean? Or whatever, right?
Take her to the beach and throw her in the ocean. Oh my God, isn't this gift funny?
Yeah, like that'd be fucking stupid of me, you know what I mean? So like I said, for this like one-off time, I probably wouldn't have broke up with him, but like if it's like a repeated thing, or it's like, all right, now you're starting to see like some trends of like, all right, this guy's kind of stupid, then I could get it,
Yeah. Man, I want to know what makes her scared of the ocean. Does she think it's gonna drag her in?
What's that? What's that fear? There's like a word for it where it's just like
aquaphobia.
No, it's like the vastness of it. You know what I mean? Like some people are afraid of like the vastness of like the ocean or like outer space or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I can understand that. Then I can understand that. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, man. Like I said, you let us know what you think about that one in the comments. But yeah, I don't think you're the asshole at all.
Right.
Well, okay. Is she the asshole for breaking up with him?
I don't feel like there's enough context, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, it just depends on how many like occurrences they had, how many like actual problems they had, because it kind of, for this, right, like it was like a neglect of health for sure, which is like a big deal.
100%.
But like nothing came of it, right? Like had she been hospitalized, I'd been like, yeah, dude, he put your fucking life in danger. But everything was relatively all right. You know what I mean? Like you saw the package, you didn't touch anything, and like you didn't have a reaction. So like for me, it's like, all right, you kind of, I feel like you went high and right with it. But like I said, right, if he's been like irresponsible for like most of the relationship, and then you're like, all right, dude, like this one actually is like the final straw because that was my health, then I could be like, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So I just don't have enough information in my
That's true. That's very true. Because that does play a big factor in it. Because if this was like the first time this has happened, then it's like, all right, girl, like chill, relax. But I think because she got maybe to a point like you said where she's just like, bro, this is the last straw, bro. I'm done with you. That would make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just depends. It depends on how whichever one that you are.
Yeah.
This was like kind of a first occurrence thing. Girl, get back with him. It's okay. He fucked up. He's just being stupid. But if this was a reoccurring thing, all right, we understand.
Yeah.
We understand. All right. So let's get on to our next one. Do slow text response mean that he's not interested?
It depends, because if he's a dude with his life together, no, he just has not enough time to really be texting you all the time. Right?
Yeah.
But if he's pretty much got nothing going on, then yeah, you know, he just
it depends on the guy, because you know, if he's a guy that's like, hey, look, you know, I have a high level job, I have a lot of things going on, whatever the case may be, like if he preferences that, hey, you know, I got a lot of shit going on, I'm dealing with that shit, then okay, that he's gonna get to you when he can, and he's gonna make time for you, you know, in the slots that he can. But if it's a dude that is just kind of like, you know, he's got a job, he just goes home, he ain't really doing nothing, yeah, and I ain't interested. But let's read on to the details and let's see what's up. I've been dating this guy for a few months. We've already established we're not seeing others. Things are great overall, but I get insecure over how long it can take him to text back. I know from the beginning he wasn't a texter. Not only did he tell me that, he showed it by mainly texting me to plan dates. It only happened a couple times that he'd text me for casual conversation. I was fine with this because I don't need to text daily with somebody I just met. However, over the holidays, when we weren't going to be able to see each other for a couple of weeks, I fell into that daily texting rhythm. Before that, he'd always reply within a few hours, but once we started texting every day, he began to reply once or twice a day. There was even one time it took him over a day to respond. He's always kept conversation going, but the delay was jarring for me, especially since I knew him before he was capable of replying fast. Obviously, we've been back from the holidays and seeing each other regularly again for a while now, so we went back to mostly texting about logistical things, which I haven't minded, but this week he's been on a work trip. He's texted every day, but only sends 1 to 2 texts. I know this may be how he is, but I am used to guys texting a little more when we're not together, so it makes me anxious. Do some people truly hate texting even if they really like someone, or is it a sign they're not 100% in it? What are you thinking now that you got the details?
I would say, yeah. I mean, it just sounds like he's not a texter, honestly. Like, some people realize that the phone can be considered evil, and, like, you spend too much time glued to it, it'll really fuck up your mind. So, like, he could just be one of those dudes that thinks that way and is like, yeah, you know what? I kind of just don't want to be glued to my phone all day. I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard because there's so many factors that go into it, but, you know, if he's just... My question is more so like, if he's not texting you, what is he doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he's the kind of dude that doesn't spend his time on his phone at all, then I get it. But if he just does not text you, he probably finds you pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I'm like, low key, this guy is not 100% in it. Like I kind of thought about it because she was like, okay, he's on a work trip and he's doing this and he's doing that. Okay, that I get that. You know what I mean? I can get, like, he's probably very busy. They have a lot of activities going on. They probably have an itinerary that they got to. But the thing is like, even me personally, I'm a very busy person, but I will still find times to text you. Like, it's not going to take me an entire day to text you back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, once she said that, like, oh, one time it took him an entire day to text me back. I was just like, yeah, bro, you know, at this point, relationship's cooked. Because, yeah, it's not going to ever take you a day to respond. That's never going to happen. You're always going to find little pockets throughout the day to be able to reply to a quick message. You know what I mean? There's never going to be that much time that you are busy. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. He would text you before he went to sleep. He would text you, when he woke up. He texts you while he's eating. You know what I mean? Times where he has free time, and yeah, he's still working, doing his thing or whatever, but it's still like, oh, I'm just having a meal. Let me just text her back real quick. Boom. Okay, cool. And yeah, the whole 1 to 2 texts, I could understand that, because say he's in that little pocket of time where he can text you. He may only be able to reply to you once or twice in that pocket of time. That's okay. That's fine. He's busy. He's doing his thing. But if he's waiting a whole day to fucking text you back, bro, that relationship's over, bro.
Yeah, he probably really don't fuck with you.
Yeah, he just doesn't. He finds you annoying, like Michael said. He finds you annoying, bro, because he's just like, bro, this bitch won't stop texting. She just wants to talk all day. Like, I'm not trying to talk, bro. Like, if you trying to come over here and suck my dick, that's a different story. But like, and that's that. I guarantee that's just what he's saying. That's what he's saying to the homies. What he's saying to the boys. Like, he low-key finds you a little annoying. You know, that's just what it comes down to. Because if a guy was really 100% in it, he would have like a lot more communication with you. Oh, hey, sorry I didn't text you back. I was busy. I'm eating lunch right now, so I'm able to text you. Oh, hey, we got this thing going on, blah, blah, blah. This is what's happening, da, da, da. Like, he'd be able to be a little more conversational with you. It wouldn't be the conversational that you would like want, but it is going to be communication at the end of the day, where he's just kind of like, oh, hey, I got this thing going on in 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Or I got this. Because my biggest thing is, like, if you're not a big texter, you call.
Right.
Because I'm not a big texter. That's
what I was thinking.
Yes, I'm not a big texter, so I call. I call the girl. I'm just like, hey, I got like 20 minutes, just wanted to talk to you real quick. What's up? How was your day? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. Like, girls seem to find that a lot more, I guess they enjoy that a lot more than, just getting a text anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if the guy's not willing to put that kind of effort in, bro, he ain't 100% into it. Let's just be real. He just finds you annoying.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. All right. On to our next one. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments. Am I overreacting? Saw my best friend's boyfriend with another girl. Damn. Okay, so my best friend's boyfriend, I'll call him Todd, and the girl will be Lisa. Todd works the night shift. He used to work days, but switched over to nights the same time as Lisa. So they work the same nights now. I usually work nights, but this week got called to work a little later than usual. So while I was sitting in my car, I saw him pull up and saw Todd walk out of his car with Lisa. So I texted my best friend about it, but she doesn't believe me because I don't take a picture or anything of it. And she said Todd says he's just so happened to be walking in the same time as her, but didn't have her in the car. Everyone that works nights, they say Todd and Lisa are talking all the time. But Todd lies to my best friend and says it's all lies and that isn't true. So what do? I always see them walking together, but she doesn't believe me. Aw, damn. You got to take some pictures then.
Yeah, I mean, take some pictures.
Yeah, you going to have to.
But I mean, also, like, your best friend kind of just don't like you. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's like if you were telling me something and I'm like, no, that's not true. Like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I was like, bro, your wife is out here doing this. I saw her with another guy. You wouldn't need the details. You'd just be like, she's what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see what's going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. I mean, you yourself have the proof, right? Like, you're seeing the mix match of, like, they talk all the time. You see them walk together. Everyone on the shift knows that they talk all the time. And then you're like, dude, they talk all the time and junk. And then she's like, no, he says that they don't talk all the time. That's all lies. And I'm like, okay, so they're lying. I'm lying. And Todd's the only one telling the truth. We're all out to get you and Todd split up. up? Is that what you're telling me? I guarantee you, we're not all trying to plot against you.
Exactly.
We don't like you that much or whatever. We don't have an obsession over you that much where we'd plot against you guys' relationship.
Yeah, like, bro, come on, man. There's no way. It's one of those things where it's just like, bruh, if you can't trust what your best friend is telling you, man, odds are that ain't your friend, bruh.
Yeah.
That is not your friend. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I would believe and trust my best friend over my significant other, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I would. Why? Because it's one of those things where it's like, dude, I've known you so much longer than I've known her.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking? If he's saying you out here doing some sly shit, then you're out here doing some sly shit most likely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. I get it. We've even gone over it on the show. There's been a lot of times where friends will say shit purposely so that way they break up because they want their partner. Yeah. I can understand that too. I can understand it from that perspective as well. But I look at it like, you know, I rather trust my best friend, you know what I mean, and that shit happen than not trust my best friend and sit there and be in a relationship that I'm being like taken advantage of or being used and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I would at least be free of it. Yeah. It's like, all right, cool. I'm free of 2 snakes versus 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
then, like, that's the thing. Like, for myself, for sure, I would definitely be like, yep, I got her on video. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, and then I would go to you and be like, yeah, dude, like, she was absolutely doing this. Look at them together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to have it be like your word versus my word. It's going to be your word versus the video I have. You know
Facts.
What I mean? So that way, like, you're over here like, oh damn, dude, like, you know, you talk yourself into a hole, and then the video's right there to be like, yeah, dude, it either matches or it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, I get where you're coming from, because that might be like a little weird for you, like the girl that wrote in, but like at the same time, you know, you caught them before, you get the evidence, and then either your friend's gonna gaslight herself into believing the picture or not anyway. So
yeah.
You know, it won't really matter, because at the end of the day, you'll just figure out who your best friend really is, or she'll believe you and be like, all right, I was stupid. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's a win-win, really.
Exactly. It really is a win-win. Definitely. So yeah, man. Just get the evidence. Get the evidence and then show her and be like, see, look, they were in the car. Yeah. They're together.
Yeah.
All right, on to our next one. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments, all right? Give her some advice down there. Okay, our next one. She said she wants to regroup. Oh, bruh. Relationship's cooked. So I have been dating this lady for about 6 months now. Everything has been going really well until today. She texted me today telling me she can't meet this weekend because she needs time to regroup because she had a long week. Since she works long hours, I believe her, but I am not sure exactly why this is happening now after everything has gone well for so many months. At book club on Wednesdays, we were treating each other well and nicely, and nothing bad happened. We had considered going bowling this weekend, but now she's pushing it back. I didn't react badly, said I understood, and I am there for her, and that she should let me know when she wants to get together again. What you thinking?
It depends on how long the span of time it takes for her to regroup. Initially, I was like, yeah, she just wants to group together all the dick she wants. But, you know what I mean? Like, it could also be like a thing of like, you don't fill her cup up, to say, right? Where,
oh, I see.
Yeah, if she's like feeling like tired, drained, right? I feel like she should then go to you and be like, dude, this is great. Like, now I don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah, I could just go have fun.
I can just have fun. You
know?
But that to me says like either one or two things. Well, actually, two things that say the same thing, right? You don't fill up her cup either because she wants to group up on some more, you know, cock or whatever, or you're just like something else when she's with you just feels performative for her. So she just has to really like take some time away from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say both are kind of pointing to the same thing. I just don't know how serious it is because, you know, like I said, the length of time she spends away from you will tell. You know what I mean? If she's like, I need to regroup for like a week or two, then it's like, all right, yeah, you know what? It's pretty much wraps. We're going to have to cut it here, you know?
Yeah.
But if it's like, you know, a day and then that night she's like, actually, dude, like I got enough like recuperation in, like let's see each other tonight. then I'd be like, all right, dude, yeah, she was just fucking a little tired, overwhelmed. She wanted a little bit of alone time, and then she went back with you, you know?
Yeah, because like alone time, there's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
you know. But at the same time, it's like if this is a reoccurring, like this is happening over and over and over again, it kind of tells me that like either she is like spending her time elsewhere because some other guy is being able to, like he said, fill her cup up when she's like empty from the day, and she's just like you know, or it's a thing where it's just like, you know, she might, because obviously we don't know her, so we're kind of just grabbing at straws a little bit, and it's one of those things where she does enjoy her alone time more than anything.
Yeah.
I know I'm that type of person. I'm the type of person where it's like, I love being in a relationship and I love having a significant other or whatever, but there are times when I just love to be just alone by myself. You know, I don't have to really worry about nobody else, and I'm just kind of chilling. So I can get it from that perspective, but it's early in the relationship where you guys should still be in the honeymoon phase, where like she's just like, man, I'm fucking tired, but I still want to go see him. You know what I mean? I want to hang out with him, even if it's just we're laying in the bed taking a nap, you know? And so that's where it gives me the biggest like red flag. Because it's like when you're in the honeymoon phase, there ain't no such thing as like, I'm too tired to see my person. Because I just want to be around them all the time. Like because I used to do that. Like back when me and my ex-fiance like first started dating, I would be exhausted after the day, but I would just go to her house and sleep. You know what I mean? Because it was like, I still want to see you and, you know, be around you. And I would just go to her house, fucking sleep. And then we wake up and we'd be able to hang out and whatnot. So again, that's why it kind of is giving me a red flag. Cause it's like, bro, it's only been 6 months. It's only been 6 months and she's already kind of like this with you. Tells me that it's like, she's probably dating you and maybe like another guy. And she's kind of just in between them. And so she's kind of giving you the whole, I just need some time. All right, what's up, Chad? What are we doing today? You know what I mean? Okay, cool. I'm not hanging out with Chad today. All right, it's time to hang out with Todd today. You know, so.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, for myself, it just depends on how long the space is, right? Because if it's like, you know, I need to recruit, and then same day she's like, actually, I do want to see you, and then it's like, all right, she just needed like a quick little break, you know? Or like maximum, because even I myself, I'm like, all right, I need to be away from people. Like the max I would say for myself really is just a couple of days, right?
Okay.
That I've gone without any human interaction. I felt recharged and ready to go back out. But like, I mean, like he said, you know, typically women aren't really like that, you know? Like they have all their cup destroyed by like work, whatever, performing for other people. Then when they're with you, it gets refilled. So it's like, for her, especially this early on, to be like, yeah, you know what, dude, I need to regroup, dude. And then, you know, like I said, depending on how much time goes by, it's probably, you know, she's grouping other dudes around just to fucking figure that out, you know?
Yeah, because I'm sure she gets opportunities and gets asked this and that, whatever, especially if she does like a high-level job. You know, there's a lot of dudes with a lot of money, you know what I mean, walking around. But I don't know. You guys let us know what you think about it in the comments. All right. Okay, so this next one, I'm going to ask you, because obviously it's a question and they need advice. But I'm going to ask you the question 3 different ways, and then you let me know. So, in the context of a man and woman, what do you think about 50-50 splitting dates?
Okay. So you want me to answer right now?
Yep.
Okay. That's a good question. Typically, I don't feel like there's a reason to split 50-50 unless you really don't like the girl. Because at the end of the day, right, like, and like I said, it just depends, right? Like, if you don't like her that much, yeah, split 50-50. 2, if you really are tight on money and, like, you really shouldn't be out if you need to go 50-50, you know what I mean? Because then it's like you want to have fun, but like you're not really in a position to have fun, so you shouldn't be out. 3, you know, there's not really a reason to go 50-50 in my opinion, because at the end of the day, like, you should be able to handle whatever's like thrown in front of you, you know what I mean? So like for myself, like I haven't had like I've gone out with my family and I haven't really had a meal under $30-$40 in years now, you know what I mean? So it's like to do that for a family is like no big deal. And then right, if I was like when I do go out with like my wife, or if I was like dating or whatever, that still would be not something that hurts my pockets. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then even if it was like a night out where it was like more expensive, which, you know, like $200, whatever the case may be, that still doesn't hurt my pockets enough for me to be like, oh, I went out and I didn't do 50-50. Like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Because those are, for dates, I feel like they're investments upon, you know, like, in a way, like an employee, and I guess if you want to call it that, or like an exchange of like, what am I going to get from this? You know what I mean? Like, you put the investment there where it's like, all right, you don't worry about like the financial part of it, but I do want to see if we're compatible. You know what I mean? Like what I'm giving you and then what you're giving me. You know what I mean? So 50-50 I would say is not from my eyes something that needs to happen too often, unless you really, really don't like the girl. But then at that point, like, why are you out there on a date with her? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. And then so then I'll ask you the same question. What do you think about 50-50, or in the guise of two women, what do you think about 50-50 splitting dates?
Like two girls splitting 50-50?
Yeah, like two, like lesbians, they're going out on date. And
I mean, I'm not too familiar, but I'm pretty sure in the gay world they have like dominant and then like the like, top and the bottom, like, kind of dynamic, right? So I would assume it's like the same shit where like the top is gonna be doing the investment and like, what is this bottom gonna give me? You know what I mean?
Oh, so, okay.
I feel like it's like pretty much the same, you know, like one's gonna be more financially in the like positive or like higher up or whatever you want to call it, and then they would just be more open to the idea of like, yeah, dude, like, I'll just cover everything, it's fine, you know what I mean? And then depending on what you have to offer, we can continue or not, you know? Like,
okay. All right. And then in the instance of two men, what do you think about 50-50 splitting dates?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's just like a universal thing where it's like, if you like them, you know, pay for their meal, whatever, right? Like,
okay.
Especially if you're the one doing the pursuing, right? Like that, I think that's really where I'm coming from. Where
okay. So whoever asked for the date is the one that should pay, kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's like you are like inviting them out on like this opportunity where it's like, you know, you think about, and it's kind of hard for me to explain in such a short amount of time because if you think about any like business opportunity, if you want to call it that, or like any opportunity in general, if you invite someone out, right, like say you go to a seminar, right, like it's usually catered by the business, you know what I mean? Like the business is not going to be like, if it's a good legitimate business, they're not going to be like, yeah, come on out, we'll explain our product to you, but you have to buy your own lunch and we'll keep you here for however fucking long, you know what I mean? Like that to me is like where I'm coming from, where it's like, you're pursuing, you want an equal exchange of things, right? Where, you know, if you feel like this could be an investment, then like you don't gotta pay, as well as, you know, you also fill my cup up, or whatever the case may be, you know?
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I look at it like when it comes to man and woman, the man should pretty much always pay. I look at it like, bro, you should always be if you're going to be dating, you need to be in a position where you can pay and you can take care of it no matter what it is that you decide as the man to do for that date. Like, you should be able to pay for it. As far as a woman and a woman, I could agree with them doing 50-50 because a lot of times women who decide to date other women, they have far lower expectations of another woman than they do a man, and so a lot of times they're okay with splitting a 50-50. As far as like a man and a man, a lot of times I don't know with that one, because that one I think I would go with what you said. It's more of the top and bottom kind of thing. Like, they would have to understand, like, all right, man, I'm the top and you're the bottom. But I don't know, some dudes do both. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
true.
they're like, I'm the top and a bottom. You know what I mean? Because they're like, why not? I'm gonna have the best of both worlds. I mean, Hannah Montana in that bitch. But at the same time, I don't even really think gay dudes date like that. I think gay dudes just fuck and then go back to their own hobbles and do their thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think really gay dudes date like that, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's only really like the really flamboyant gay dudes that actually date and get married. I think it's like the more like maybe he's gay, maybe he's not gay kind of dudes. Those are the dudes that are just like, yeah, I just pop on Grindr, give me some penis, and I'm just chilling. I go back to my shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll read into the story though, because obviously this person needs some help on what we thought about, but they wanted me to ask us about like 50-50 dates. I kind of wanted to throw it out there because I know there's a lot of viewers out there that are either, lesbian, they're gay, or they're straight. You know what I mean? So I was like, give your take on everything. So we'll read into it. So long story short, me, 28 female, ex-boyfriend 32 male, and I dated for 4 months, and then we're official for 2 months before he broke up with me. Looking back, when we dated, he paid for the first 2 dates, brunch and then dinner, and I paid for drinks on the second date. From the third date onwards, he paid for half of the dinner and asked if I'd get the other part of the dinner, and then he paid for the dessert later. Afterwards, we always went 50-50 with dates, and even into our relationship, looking back, I realized sometimes he would just wait to see if I'd pay, and I did, or we'd split depending on what it was, but he would pay and we would take turns, bro. Oops. Oh shit, hold on. No, dude, hold on. Mans was broke. All right.
And that's what I was talking about.
Mans,
like,
Mans was broke.
If you like are banking on that, where it's like, I hope we go 50-50, like you shouldn't be dating, you shouldn't be going out, all that type shit. Like I said, it's been years since. Actually, right. My entire relationship, I've never asked her to pay, right?
Yeah.
And that's been over a decade. So
yeah.
But then with having a family for 8 or 9 years, I haven't had a bill under like $30-$40 that still has not broken my pockets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you just put yourself in a position where you don't let it hurt your pockets, and then your family gets to have, or you and your girl get to have a good experience. You know what I mean? You're paying for the experience that you're creating, you know what I mean? And then from there, you keep pushing forward, right? If you're like, oh, well, like, I don't make enough money, or like, whatever. Like I said, I feel like this just goes into, he didn't really like you like that, but,
Yeah.
I'll let you continue.
Okay. He sometimes commented on the cost of things being expensive, and now I think, well, that was a sign in itself. It doesn't look good. He broke up with me for other reasons, but made me reflect that maybe this was a sign he wasn't invested in me because he thought he could split everything. Even though he drives a Tesla, has solar panels at his house, and fancy appliances. Even when he broke up with me, he shouted drinks at lunchtime, but not lunch. However, mentioned he bought a coffee machine for $100 a day before. The drinks were less than the coffee machine, which is fine, but looking back when he said this, not a great feeling. He also made me walk to this date to then break up with me versus driving me there, which was another level of weird, but whatever, it's over now. Other dates I went on were only first and second dates, and generally the guy paid for me on those dates. As a woman dating, how should I go about this in the future? This guy was my first official relationship, and it ended up not being great, and he didn't treat me well. Other things like not picking me up for dates once I was his girlfriend. Is it better to let the guy pay for everything while we are dating before moving to official? Ooh, see, that's a good one. My thing is that should be on default, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that should be okay, a lot of ladies love to use the whole bare minimum, right? So we're gonna use that. We're gonna use the whole bare minimum. I think a guy paying for the date is bare minimum. Like, that is, he should be able to do that. Him planning the date, him picking you up, him paying for the date, all that stuff. I think that is just like the bare minimum. That comes with me asking you out. That comes with me saying, hey, I want to take you out on a date. Like that's the whole package. You know what I mean? And then everything else is kind of just, I think that everything else is extra. A lot of girls look at the everything else as like if I get you flowers, or if I decide to do something special on the date, or, what I mean? I decide to surprise you with something. That's not the bare minimum. That's me going above and beyond at that point. A lot of girls look at that as the bare minimum for some reason, though, which I think is kind of dumb. I think we kind of like lost the plot on that one.
Yeah.
But that I believe is the bare minimum. And if they're not doing just that, because that's the foundation right there. And this dude, I think what it was for him is that he didn't really like you all that much. He's probably just wanted to have sex with you, being real with you. Like if homeboy's got like his own house, he's got solar panels and fucking he drives a nice car and all this stuff. Like, okay, the dude's got money, cool, but I think if he actually liked you and actually wanted to be with you like that, he would have put all of that effort in there, and you would have seen it.
Yeah.
You would have seen it. Yeah, I think for him, this was just a thing where he's like, I'm going to give her like just enough, I give me some coochie and I'm chilling, she wants to be official before we have sex or something like that, then sure. Because I think that's what it was, is you didn't want to have sex before like, being actually boyfriend, girlfriend. So he's like, okay, cool. That's what we going to do then. I'm going to make you my girlfriend really quick. Yeah. Your girlfriend now, right now. Let's have some sex. Cool. Now I got me some sex. I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm a half-ass everything else because I got what I wanted. And I think that's really what it happened with you. So it's like, yeah, again, if they're not just doing the bare minimum, like them asking you out on a date, it's all that is kind of encompassed. Yeah. And if he's not doing that, bro, all right, cool, peace.
And then that brings me to the point that I was talking about, where it's like, if you show up and you're like, I shouldn't have to pay whatever, the blah blah blah, it's like you shouldn't be dating, one, and then two, I mean, it really doesn't make any sense for you to go do an activity and then you think to yourself like, I'm gonna hate this because of money or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you go there. You think of any scenario where you go to do an activity, you have to pay money. You're gonna want to have a good experience, good time doing it. You know what I mean? So like, you wouldn't pay for something and then be like, I had a bad experience, let's go fucking, like, I'm gonna ask for like my money back. You know what I mean? Or you just think about money too fucking much, where you're like, yeah, I only if I feel like it's worth it, then I'll pay money. You know what I mean? When it's like you can't know if something's worth it before you go into it, right? Like with like say mini golf, like go-karting, whatever the fucking case may be, right? Like I always hated people where you'd go out to restaurants with them and they're like, oh, I didn't fucking like this steak, dude, I want it comped. And it's like, dude, you just fucking didn't like the steak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this establishment is now out of pocket because your picky ass didn't like their steak. Out of what? You know what I mean? Like, and so it's the same thing with like going out on dates, right? I won't say with women, but like going out on dates, because you go out, if you don't have a good time, right? I could see where you'd come in and be like, all right, you know what? Like, this was actually very draining. You pay for your own shit. You know what I mean? Like that, I'd be like, all right, cool. You didn't fucking like them. It was not worth it at all to you, right? But for you to be like, all right, let me test the waters out. You pay for the date, and you're like, hey, this was actually pretty fun. I'd like to do it again. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with anything you would fucking do, like go-karting, going to like amusement parks, to fucking, like the movies, whatever the case may be. You go there, you're going to watch a movie that you want or whatever, and you're like, dude, I'd pay for that again. You know what I mean? It's the same thing where if you go on a date, you're like, dude, I had fun on this date. I'd pay for it again. It's super simple. But for where people like overcomplicate shit, it's like, oh, like I don't know what I'm getting, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're never going to know what you're fucking getting. Name one time where you pay for something and you know exactly what you're getting and it's exactly what you thought it was. Damn near impossible.
Yeah.
So
there's always going to be something you're going to not like about whatever it is that you buy.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, because I can see a lot of the comments now. They're just like, oh, but Michael, like, I bought a TV. I knew what I was supposed to get out of it. And it's just like,
no, you didn't.
Okay, you bought that TV, but I guarantee you there's certain things you didn't like about it. You bought that new iPhone, and I'm sure there's things you don't like about it. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be something you don't like about everything that you buy, but you buy it because you liked it enough.
Yeah.
And that's even in dating. It's like, if you go out with somebody and you're like, I liked this person, they did X, Y, and Z right, but A, B, and C they didn't do right. But that X, Y, and Z, it was enough. It was enough for me to be like, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. Yeah. And so, again, I do agree with that, because you're not always going to 100% like everything that you buy into or that you pay for.
Yeah.
So I get that.
And more times than not, like, you never really purchase anything or pay for anything and you're like, dude, that was exactly perfect. It usually exceeds expectations or is below expectations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the same thing with dating. You pay for it, you're like, damn, that actually went surprisingly over well. Or like, you know, like no one ever pays for a date and then they're like, oh, dude, that date was perfect. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's not likely. It's foolish to think that you would go somewhere and get exactly what your brain thought of the very first time before you even experienced it. You know what I mean? So for her, right, I wouldn't say like you did anything wrong.
No.
No. Yeah. Now you have more evidence, like we always say. You have more evidence to understand next time if he's not doing, like he's not paying for it, you're not filling up his cup. He's probably not filling up your cup. You probably should cut it a lot sooner if he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean it's very plain and simple. He just wanted to have sex with you, and I guarantee you drop the bomb of like, oh, I don't have sex until like we're official, and he was just like, okay, all right, official right now then.
He was spamming it, yeah.
Official, blood, sign it, you know. So yeah, and then once he got the sex, I think that's when things started going downhill for you, and then you started to see him try less. You started to see him be like, oh no, that's kind of expensive. And I guarantee you it was one of those things where it's just like, buying it for her? Yeah, nah, I ain't doing that shit. That's expensive. Yeah. So yeah, he got some coochie, and that's really all he wanted. You know, that's how some guys are. Some guys look at it like, I only want to just have sex with her one time, and I really don't want to deal with her anymore. But I don't want to be the bad guy to break up with her. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be a POS, so that way she breaks up with me, and then we're all good. But I think he kind of saw like, oh shit, she ain't breaking up with me, so I'm gonna have to break up with her.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Yeah, he's like, damn, this bitch, she just keeps trying. Yeah. So
stop putting in so much effort.
Yeah, exactly. But you did nothing wrong. You just found the wrong guy. That's all it was. All right, on to our next one. Okay, another question for you. Is it better to break up over text or in person?
In person.
Yeah, I agree with that. In
Plain
person.
and simple. I mean, in text, you're kind of, I feel like that's a very coward's way out, honestly.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's like, dude, come on, what are we doing here? Yeah. Like, if you can't man up and break up with that person in face, like, what are you doing? Yeah. All right, so let's read into the story. I'd really like some thoughtful responses here. I know a lot of people will just say dumping someone over text is shitty. Which way do you prefer to do it? Which way do you prefer to have it done to you? I am about to end a relationship for the first time and unaware on how to go about it in the least comfortable way or uncomfortable way. Is it better to break up with a person over text or in person? So I guess they posed a couple questions to you. Which way do you prefer to break up with somebody? And then which way would you prefer to be broken up with?
Okay. So it's like one of those things where what's comfortable is probably not the best practice, you know?
Yeah.
For myself, really, I definitely prefer the whole face-to-face contact, right? But that's also because I'm not fucking crazy, right? My initial thought going into this was like, all right, look, break up in person, but if that person is crazy, then it's probably not the best idea. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like you'd break up with them and then they're like, you know what, dude? I'm beating the shit out of you. Like, yeah, all right. It might be better to break up over text because you don't know what they're going to do. Right?
Yeah.
However, as far as, like, being considerate for their feelings, you know what I mean? Like I said, it may be more comfortable over text because you're like, dude, I just really don't want to see this person. I don't want to talk to him anymore. Break up, right? But that's, like I said, it's just being lazy. You're not really caring about the person, which you're choosing not to by breaking up with them anyways. But what I'm getting at is have some respect, do the uncomfortable thing, meet them face to face, and like, hey, look, dude, like, my needs are not being met or whatever the case may be. Like, you know, I just feel like it would be better for the both of us, especially me, if we broke up, you know? And then whatever they do is on them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they cry and go crazy or whatever. It's just like, I'd set my piece, you know?
What I will always say is, like, your feelings are valid, your actions are not, you know what I mean? Like, if they start crying, that's fine, they're upset. If they start crying and punching people or, like, following you or something, those feelings are not, or those actions are not valid. You know what I mean? And a lot of people will try to coincide them where it's like, well, I'm upset because you did X, Y, and Z.
I'm only punching people because you said this.
Yeah. Whoa. You can feel upset. You cannot hurt people. You cannot follow me. You cannot come to my job. Whatever, right? So you got to just, one, man up, do it in person, or woman up, do it in person. And then two, understand that their actions are not going to be valid if they are trying to hurt you back. You know what I mean? Their feelings will be fine. You know, you just move on, do what you got to do. But I always say in person is the better option, right? For, you know, how I would want to break up with someone, and then for someone to break up with me, because then I get to read body language. I get to see, you know, and fully understand how things actually are. Where over text, it's kind of, you know, a mix of like, are they being standoffish? You know, like, do they actually care if they're hurting my feelings? Like, what is the case that, you know, really is really going on here? Where in person, you get to convey that a little bit more. You get to see the hurt and understand how powerful your guys' relationship really was, you know?
Yeah, or how little they see your relationship, you know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I agree with that, because my thing is I would want it in person both ways.
Yeah.
Like, I get not wanting to, like, put it in uncomfortable situations, but this is what I've learned the older that I've gotten. The older that I've gotten is I realize living in the uncomfortable is actually the only way to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you live in the comfortable, you're never going anywhere in life. And that's just what it comes down to. And that's something where I've had to, like, really push myself. And this podcast has done that amazingly. You know, it's to a point where, like, I am so comfortable just sharing, you know, my life and everything that I do, and, you know, my, I guess, I don't want to say like secrets or whatever, but just even things that I probably wouldn't tell the ordinary person, I can share it online with these people, and I don't care. I'm like, I'm good, you know? And so it's one of those things where when you live in the uncomfortable, you live in the unknown constantly, you're always growing and you're always becoming a better person. And I think that's even in dating. If you're able to be that type of person where you're able to just kind of live in that uncomfortableness and be able to take it on, then when you do get into your next relationship and you guys are in an uncomfortable situation, all that kind of stuff, bro, you got the bravado and the know-how to get through it and to understand it. And the next girl is going to look at you like, damn, how are you so comfortable in these uncomfortable situations? How are you so, like, good and level-headed in this stuff? And you're just like, baby, this is another day in the office for me. You know, this uncomfortableness is just another day in the office. I do this all day. You know, I can go all day, as Captain America says. So it's like, if you're living in the uncomfortable, that's good. Yeah. That's good. That means you're growing. That means you're growing as an individual. That means you're moving somewhere in life. But if you're just staying in the comfortable, bro, you're going nowhere. Yeah. You're going nowhere. You're going to be stagnant for the rest of your life. And that's going to suck, because that means no opportunities are going to come your way. That means no growth opportunities are going to come your way. You're going to look at the last 10 years and be like, damn, I'm the same motherfucker I was 10 years ago. You know, like, you don't want to be that. You want to live in the uncomfortable. Take those risks, take those chances. And by being uncomfortable, breaking up with that person in person, then it really allows you to kind of be in that and know how to handle it, know how to deal with it. And you take that, how you felt and how you got through it, and you apply that to other things in your life. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because now you got the tools. Now you know how it feels. Because everybody doesn't like the unknown. You know what I mean? The unknown is the scary thing. They're like, oh, I don't know, you know what I mean, how this is going to make me feel. I don't know what this is going to do. But if you already just said, fuck it, ripped the Band-Aid off and went through it, you're like, this ain't nothing. Yeah. You know, it's going to suck. It's going to be uncomfortable for a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm just going to get in there, get through it, you know? So, you guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments, though, all right? Get on to our next one. Our next one is, am I overreacting for breaking up with my girlfriend over what I found on her phone? Damn.
We said that phone was a dangerous place.
We said it was a dangerous place. And then my thing is, bro, if you have to have your partner's location, if you have to go through your partner's phone, if you have to be micromanaging your partner, that is a relationship you should just not be in. Yeah. It really isn't. Like, if you can't just trust your partner to be who they are and know that, you know, they ain't gonna be on some fuck shit, then I think that's a healthy relationship. But if you gotta constantly be like, no, I need your location. No, I need to be able to have access to your phone. No, I need to be able to do this, da-da-da. Now, look, if they willingly give that to you, they say, hey, no, I want you to have my location. No, hey, I want you to. Then, all right, cool, is what it is. But my thing is if I have to ask for that shit, that's a relationship. Nah. That relationship's cooked.
Yeah. 100%.
All right. So let's get into the details. So my now ex-girlfriend, 21 female, was going through my phone, male 23. Oh, so she went through his phone. Okay. Yesterday, I told her if she's going to look through mine, I want to look through hers because I never check her phone. For context, she is in the club that requires her to go to, she's in this club that requires her to go to dinners and coffee meetups with other people in the club. I've told her, so this is like a club, like they get together kind of thing. This is not like a nightclub thing. No, this is a club where they just get together and they go on dinners and they go do stuff. I'm sure they all like put money in a pot and they're like, yeah, okay, we can go to this nice restaurant. Oh yeah, we can go do this, we can go do that. So that's the club he's talking about. Okay. He's not talking about the nightclub. Because I thought that too. I thought it was like, oh, she in the club? Cooked. Yeah. But okay, so for context, she's in this club that requires her to go to dinners and coffee meetups with other people in the club. I told her I trust her, but I don't necessarily trust the other guys. Okay, all right. One of the guys has been texting her outside of their group chat.
Perfect.
I think they're supposed to keep it in the group chat. He shared a playlist with her and texted her he saw her studying and asked if he could join her. I didn't love that. But I was trying to brush it off. Then I kept scrolling and saw messages between her and her friend where she was saying that she was planning to break up with me. Damn.
Good.
Damn. Okay. Damn. Okay. The part that hit me harder than anything else, bro, it gets worse. Oh, bro.
I am going to commit.
I guarantee that's what he thought. Yeah. He was like, oh, I'm going to commit crimes. And like, bro, not only are you planning to break up with me, fuck. Oh, my God. All right, so I basically told her I'm not going to sit around falling more in love with someone who's already planning to leave me. So I ended it right there. Now I am second guessing myself. I don't know if I acted out of self-respect or insecurity. I don't know if I should have had a deeper conversation instead of pulling the trigger. Did I overreact, or was ending it the right move once I saw she was ready mentally, checked out? I did give her a chance to explain, and she said that she was really upset at me and that she still loves me and that it's just because we've been fighting. Yeah. What do you guys think? The relationship's cooked.
No, yeah, cooked. And
it's cooked.
Listen to me carefully, brother. You did the right thing. Okay,
yeah.
You did the right thing.
You did.
She said, I'm about to pull this 45 out and blow his dome open.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not letting that happen. So you quick drew her. You know what I mean? You didn't let it happen. So you did the right thing, right? I understand where you're coming from, because a lot of people throw around insecurity like it's no tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything that a man could be doing that shows that they have some type of response system in them, they just say it's insecurity, right?
Yeah.
However, she was entertaining the other dude that was like, here's my playlist. Like, let me help join you, whatever the fucking case may be with whatever that club shit was.
Yeah.
And then she texted another friend like, yeah, you know what, dude? I'm probably going to break up with this man. And 100%, we say it all the time on this. Oh,
he was trying to join her studying.
Yeah.
He was like, I saw you studying out in the library. And, you know, I thought to myself, hey, girl, you know, what's Gucci? I'm trying to like see what's up with that studying. Yeah, nah.
I got a specimen you could study very closely.
Man,
you know what I mean? He was ready.
Yeah,
right. And that's what I'm getting at. Where she explained to another friend or whatever, you know, I'm gonna break up with him for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was saying, what we say on the show is she was waiting for that good monkey branch to fucking swing over to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she was like, I'm tired of his ass. I'm gonna break up. I just don't have someone else to swing to yet.
Yeah.
You know? And then you caught her early on and she was like, well, we were just angry and like fighting, so like that's why I said it. And it's like, if that's what your reaction was, not like I need help trying to work this out. It was I'm probably just gonna break up with him.
Yeah.
She did not give enough fucks to even talk about it with you.
Nope.
And then she was like, I wonder if Playlist Boy is gonna be good enough for me to swing on over to. And then you caught her because she was being stupid and looking through your phone.
Yeah, I
And
think
this
she
is-
was trying to patent that the whole time.
Yeah, and this is
Yeah.
where we talk about where it's like, when like it's a projection, right? She was like, he's probably doing something, or if I find proof of him doing something,
That's why she wanted to go through his phone.
This will be an easier swing to Playlist Boy. I just got to go through his phone. And then he was like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what? Give me your phone. And she was like, oh, shit.
He Saints Row slid that phone over and
Yeah.
was just like, go through it.
Go ahead.
Ain't nothing in there.
Yeah.
She went through that phone and it was just,
Damn it. My honor. And
there's
then
nothing.
He went through her phone, was like, what the
What
fuck?
is this?
Playlist?
Who is this?
Specimen to study. What the fuck? Went through another one, was like, planning to break up with your cut. Get out.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
Yep.
how you should have been.
Yeah.
It's not insecurity. It's having enough self-respect to not let yourself just be fucking, not even blindsided, but like they get the wind up with the bat. Like, I'm going to strike you. And you're like, I wonder what they're doing with that bat.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
like, yeah, you were like, fuck no, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I'm getting out of the way of that
And then she
bat.
was like, "What? Oh, come on, dude! You're supposed to stand there. You're supposed to stand there and let me. Come on, dude. That's not fair. You're being unreasonable. Insecure. He's insecure.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna hit him, and he didn't stay there. He's insecure. No. Yeah, you did good, brother. I would
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
yeah, that was perfect, spot on. She fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that it was just plain and simple there.
Yeah.
Like, this was her next move in the making.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She didn't do anything yet, but obviously she had a lot of plans ready to go. She was just like, all right. Like he said, the monkey branching thing, bro, that right there is where I was like, 100%. 100% that is exactly what she was trying to do. She was getting things started with old boy, and then she was like, cool, once things are sweet over here, then I'm gonna just be like, oop,
Yeah.
and be like, oh, see, look, like things aren't working out, you know. Yeah, I feel just really bad. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a horrible person. Yeah, she threw it on herself somehow to try to make it seem like, you know, it wasn't that.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. That's the next line that would have been coming. Like, you don't deserve me. Like, blah, blah, blah.
Yep, I'm horrible for you. You deserve
horrible.
someone so much better. And, bro, it's all that bull crap.
Yeah.
You know, and in reality, it's just her being a piece of shit and going from one guy to another instead of just being honest with you, you know. But hey, is what it is. That's just what they do. But it, like we said, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
You definitely did the right thing in that one, bro.
I would say, like, the last piece is you feel like you might have fucked up because you're not used to sticking up to yourself for yourself like
Facts. And a lot of guys aren't.
They're not. It's an
Yeah.
uncomfortable thing. So you're like, what the fuck? Did I do the right thing?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. That's part of your subconscious knew what was up, and that's why you reacted that way.
Yeah.
Because your subconscious had the way you talk to yourself is probably very highly, and you had the feeling of like, I don't deserve this, and then you had the reaction of like, let me just break up with her, because your subconscious was going a lot faster than your conscious mind, and now your conscious mind was like, where did that come from, you know?
Yeah.
But that's exactly how you should have reacted. You're fine. You feel iffy because you're just not used to doing that for yourself. But, you know, moving forward, you're not going to be like, no, I trust myself. Dude, I did it before.
Yeah.
That bitch was going to cheat. Dude, now you're doing the same shit, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. 100%. And like I said, I think a lot of guys don't have this like self-respect for themselves because they will sit there and they will just stay in that relationship because, oh, I love her and all, but she's not cheating and she didn't do anything yet though. And it's just like, no, bro, you got to be able to see the signs and where they're going and cut that shit off immediately, because if you do wait, it's only going to hurt you more. She's going to walk away from that happy regardless.
Yeah.
Because think about it. He broke up with this girl, right? And guess where she went? She went right to the guy that she was wanting to go to anyway.
Yep.
So she, in her mind, she's just like, sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Sweet. I fucking just can go to the guy I've been wanting to go to faster now.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Easy. I didn't have like the perfect monkey branch, but I was just going to go there anyway.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. It's like she walking out of this bitch happy anyway. So it's like you might as well do what's best for you.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into our last one. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments. On to our last scenario for today's episode. Am I the asshole for blowing up at my unemployed husband and making him sleep on the couch? Oh, bruh.
No.
Oh, bruh. What are we doing here? Of course she blew up on you, bro. You're not doing anything. All right, we'll get into it. Let's see. Okay, I need outside judgment because right now I'm so angry I can't tell if I am justified or just overwhelmed. My husband has been unemployed for almost 7 months. We had solid savings, but it is being steadily drained. I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom for our 4 young kids and pick up supply teaching work when I can. There are barely any jobs. Contract positions here are extremely competitive. He says the job market is terrible. To be fair, he has made it to 4th round interviews and then been rejected, which I know it's discouraging, but after 7 months, I feel like something has to change. Broaden the search. Take something temporary. Adjust expectations. I'm constantly calculating how long our savings will last. He doesn't seem to care on that urgency. Recently, he started smoking again, and after quitting for 5 years, that felt like a slap in the face when we're actively stressing about money, and cigarettes are expensive. You know, there's $50 tax on cigarettes, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. So that means like an $8 little thing of cigarettes, you're paying $58 for that fucking shit. Like, that's how hard they've taxed cigarettes. It's probably more now. That was back in 2017, 18, somewhere around there. So it might be even more now. Then his mom came over and criticized our popcorn ceiling and outdated kitchen instead of shutting it down. I got popcorn ceiling. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't know. What the fuck.
He started browsing house listings and send them to me saying we should move.
What?
You stupid. Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You got no money!
This man's stupid.
Nigga, where you moving?
You can move to the cardboard box in front of the
Facts.
fucking house.
I bet you when he was just like, oh, babe, here, I'm sending you all these listings, she was like,
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
what money you got? What money you got, bruh? You over here talking about we should move. Nigga, for real? Oh, God. All right, man.
I want to hear the blow up. What'd you say to him?
Yeah, I want to hear this too. All right, so we literally just refinanced our mortgage and are stressed about finances enough as it is. It feels disconnected from reality. There's also an intimacy issue. Oh, hell yeah, you ain't trying to fuck this broke nigga.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We have permanent birth control, so pregnancy isn't a concern. During the day, when the kids are at school, he initiates sex but can't finish. Oh, nigga can't even keep his boner up. Damn.
God.
You're broke and can't keep it hard? Bruh. Oh, I see why she yelling at you, bruh. God damn. Oh, shit. And then reads erotica to finish. And this nigga's out here reading sex books to nut. That's crazy. I recently saw the type of content he's into. He's never been open with me about his kinks because he knows they make me insecure. We've been together for 20 years. It hurts that he still isn't honest with me. It makes me feel rejected. After all of this buildup, I completely lost it on him. I told him I feel like I'm the only one carrying on the mental load and the financial anxiety. He says he doesn't understand what he did wrong. He's sleeping on the couch and we're not speaking. So here's the conflict. Am I the asshole for blowing up and reacting the way I did instead of handling it more calmly? Or is my anger reasonable given the situation? It's definitely reasonable because guess what? There's Uber. There's fucking DoorDash. There's fucking
Hire anyone.
Bruh, as long as you got a fucking car, they will hire you, bro. What do you mean you can't find a job, nigga? That's insanity. There are temp agencies. There are construction jobs. All these motherfuckers that are getting deported right now, guess what? They need to fill those spots. And construction will do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, again, I get it. The job market is bad. 1,000%. I'm not going to sit here and say that it isn't. But there are jobs that you can work in between finding a job that you actually want to work for the long term. Yes. There are a lot of those jobs. There are even sales jobs. Yep. You know what I mean?
I'm literally currently hiring right now. So it wouldn't be anything for him to apply. It doesn't matter what state you're in. It doesn't matter where you're located. He could do it from home. So it's like for him to be like, oh, yeah, the job market's brutal. And then stuff in his face, reading erotica, probably playing video games, not helping you with the bills, mom talking trash on your guys' home and was like, oh, well, I guess we'll move. Like, with what money? Like you said, what money? This man, yeah, honestly, you guys have been together for 20 years.
They got kids. I think she said 4 kids. If I
yeah, no, 4 kids. I remember they said 4 kids. Okay. He's not being a good example to. I hope he doesn't have. Yeah, I hope he doesn't have sons with you because he's not being a good example to them.
Yeah.
If you guys have daughters, he's not being a good example to them on what a man should be. He's not helping you, and I always say, your feelings are valid, your actions are not, right? So of course you blew up on him, but at the same time, he probably isn't going to learn and like be pushed to do better with you blowing up on him. So that's why I say your actions were probably not are not valid.
Yeah, like we get it. Yeah, like we get why you blew up. It just wasn't smart that you blew up.
But I mean, either way, right? He's being a piece of shit. So
1,000.
It doesn't even really matter, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not helping you. He's not securing you and your family, and you're doing all these calculations. And like I said, I went through something similar when I was younger, right? But I feel like you guys are closer to 40, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, with being together.
But see,
for 20
the thing
years.
is like, and I was going to mention that too. I'm like, you've even gone through those moments of not having a job, but you didn't just sit there and be like, oh, well, there's just nothing out there. Like, no, you picked shit up. You did what you had to do. Like, bro, you looked at it like, no, I need to be an example to my kids. Yeah. I need to make sure that like I'm taking care of shit. Like, bro, I get it. Like I said, the job market is not good, 1,000%. But at the same time, bro, it's like, bro, there are things that you can do. There are temporary shit that you can just jump right into because they're just hiring anybody. Yeah. You know, so.
And I mean, I went through it all, dude. Like, I was trying to move from the military to cybersecurity. It was super, super hard for me to get an interview anywhere. I would get considered for out of state, but I wasn't going to move out of state. Mm-hmm. So I did security work for like Coachella, Stagecoach, things like that. I did Uber Eats, DoorDash. I did all of them. Fucking whatever that Eats shit is, the fucking green one with the carrot. I forget.
Instacart.
Instacart. Yeah, I did that shit. I did fucking. I did photography for a little bit, and I jumped into sales, and then I decided to stick with sales because I really liked it. But yeah, like I went from, and then I did school for a little bit too. Like the VA paid for my housing and my schooling, and I did that for a little bit, but even that was like I really didn't want to fucking do that, so I dropped out of there. But
the point is you're doing something.
Doing something. Over and over.
You weren't just sitting on the couch for 7 months like, oh babe, there's nothing to do. I tried. I got 2 interviews and I made it to the 4th level of the interview. Like I get it. She loves her man, and she gave her man that kind of like, well, he did get to like some 4th interviews. That don't matter. Yeah. That don't matter. Nobody gives a fuck about that. It's what you're doing today. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like as you're going through these interviews, he should be doing things like he was doing, where it's like you're doing DoorDash, you're doing Instacart, you're doing Uber, you're doing all these things just to make a little bit of money, just to be able to be like, okay, we don't got to use our savings this month. I got it covered. I made just enough. Okay, babe, we might have to use a little bit of our savings this month, but for the most part, I got it covered. Because then she looks at it like, all right, my man is doing something. Yeah, he's trying. That's all women want to see, is that you're trying, that you're putting in the effort. Because I guarantee you, bro, she'll gladly suck your dick for a man who's trying. You know what I mean? She's like, hey, I know it's rough out there, baby. Come here. I mean, glock, glock, glock. But I'm just saying.
That, I mean, that's not to be insensitive to, like he said, the job market where, like, companies will be like, all right, so we're on our 12th round interview. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
And, after today, the position will be filled, so hopefully you get there. And then right when you get to the end, they're like, actually, we just hired the guy right before you, but thanks for doing this with us after 12. And it's like, dude, this has been going on for a couple months now, and you're over. Fuck.
Or they're like, oh, we will call you back.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. And then you keep coming back, and they're like, oh, we'll call you back.
Yeah.
It's been 4 months. When are you calling me back?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so we're not insensitive to that. We're just saying that there are things that you can do, like he did with his own life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So it's a thing where, like, he did all these little temporary jobs until he got into sales. Once he got into sales, he's like, I don't need all this temporary shit.
Exactly.
This is something I like to do. This is something that I want to do, and I'm going to further that.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, man. We, like he said, though, and I love that. I'm going to start using that. You know what I mean? Your feelings are justified, but your actions aren't. So we're not saying that you blowing up. We get why you blew up, but blowing up is not going to change what he's got going on. You know what I mean? So, but that's going to go ahead and be today's episode, man. Thank you guys for watching, listening, all that good stuff. Again, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show like these lovely people did for today. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support, man. You guys are the fucking goats, and I appreciate it so much. Keep downloading the podcast as well as rating us 5 stars on your preferred platform. If you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. Follow our boy Mike Life 333. Talk about that job opportunity you were talking about. I wish we would have talked about that earlier in the thing. I'll probably clip it so that way they can see it.
Yeah, so I mean, basically what it is just you would get the opportunity to work from home, do what I do. I help families all over America make smart financial decisions for when it's that time of their life where they do experience a loss. You know what I mean? If you want more information, you can hit me up on my socials, but just as a long story short, if you're someone that wants to work from home, you want a rewarding career, you want a career with growth, things of that nature, you can go ahead and talk to me. And like I said, I'm hiring all over America, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. We are nationally accredited, right? And you would just we would just talk about the logistics of the things if you hit me up on my socials, and then we'll see if you're a right fit for our company, as well as, you know, your goals, things of that nature. So you know, don't just think it's going to be like a free handout, but you know, it's one of those things where if your goals do align and we do feel like you're qualified, we would have an opportunity for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what would the job is in life insurance?
Yeah, so we're a life insurance company. We just have different roles. Like I said, you'd have to hit me up for like specifics and stuff like that. Okay. We would just have to get into like the nitty gritty and whatnot. But yeah, we are a life insurance company. There's a lot more that goes into it because we are nationally known, things of that nature. But yeah, you hit me up. We'll see if you're qualified, and then from there we can talk about, you know, because we are always hiring.
Okay, definitely. I will clip that and I will put that on, you know, TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And I'll put his links to that. If you're watching this episode now, the links are down in the description for that. Again, his Instagram as well as his TikTok. Hit him on either one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So either one, message him on Instagram or TikTok. Follow him there. All that good stuff. And get tapped in with him, man. If you're looking for a job, you know, if you're like this dude and he can't find a job or whatever.
Yeah.
Got a guy right here. Plug in. Bam. You can work from home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, we love you guys. We appreciate you so much. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. We'll be back on Sunday. And I'll see you guys on Thursday, too, for the book and all that good stuff. And, yeah, that's it. Oh, and actually Friday. Damn. Yeah, we have the free Patreon episode for this Friday for March. And so, yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll be back on Sunday. Love you guys all. Peace.
Peace.
This is awkward.